All right, what is up? Um, one day off. All right, but I still got here. I caught the COVID for probably had it for a little bit longer, but at least I knew about it for about a week. So like today, last week today, I still got like a little bit of the cloudiness, but overall we're still good to go. Um, yeah, but it hit me pretty bad. Like normally, like no flu symptoms, but it was just um like breathing. Like it was hard for me to breathe, bro, and I think I've only had that like the first time I had it. I've had it like 5 times, but every other time I've had it, it's like no big deal. Then I got it this time. I'm like, wait a second, felt like my heart was like pausing, unpausing. So I was bedridden for about 5 days. No gym, no nothing, just sitting there watching space shows, space TV, or space movies or whatever. Anyway, here's your update, man. One thing that I thought about the whole time I was there, I was like, um, your market is like right when your market is kind of getting attacked. So you got Bitcoin coming down, you had everything really coming down. But what you got to understand is we broke out of a key. Just understand that on Bitcoin, this inverse head and shoulders that's going on with it. It broke out of this inverse head and shoulders, okay, and right now, it broke out. What normally happens when you break out of a pattern doesn't always have to happen, but let's just say majority of the times it does. It'll go up, it'll come back down, and they'll like retest is what they call it. So the retest is basically when that inverse head and shoulders was drawn, whatever little price point it had to break through, right? It went up, it went to like 123, whatever it went to, 123,000, whatever. Now it's gonna come back down, and the price. I mean, it could be this range that it's at right now, but on my chart, because my lines could be off a little bit, but it's like around the 112, 110,000 mark for that. Okay, so sorry, I just got a text, so had to see what it was. Um, Losing it, it's still cloudy to deal with me. Oh man. Okay, yeah. So you're just getting your retest right now. So okay, so yeah, I'm sure you've been listening to there's narrative of the whole. I mean, if you're gonna buy the whole nukes thing or whatever, I mean I wouldn't. I think that's just a. I don't want to say it's a false flag because anything can happen, but I mean, people trade these patterns for a reason, man. I guarantee you that entire time, like none of the sentiment, okay, none of the bills that passed or everything like that. That stuff didn't just disappear. You understand? It's still there. Now you're gonna have people that are impatient. You're always gonna have people that are impatient, and everything. You're gonna have people that are impatient. That doesn't change anything, though, right? You're still there. XRP, would you waggle a little bit down to like 270s, 280s? Yeah, my guys, um, the people, my friends or whatever, close people, they're buying. That's what they were doing. They were buying. Again, this is perfect time to tell you that I am not your financial advisor. None of the information that you catch on here is an indication for you to buy or sell anything, right? This is just a documentation of my own trading journey. Um, Granted, we're in there. Now, like what I'm basically trying to tell you is it's buy season, okay? YZY, Vine Coin, okay? If you're watching that one, I know I had to make that one, and that's just unfortunately when I got sick is when that happened. If you're freaking out about it, or if you did choose to get in it, or whatever like that, again, what I would do, what I did, I bought more of it, okay? Because again, that coin is not gonna go anywhere, and there's high conviction that that coin is connected to X, and if it's connected to X, then it's connected to Elon. And what do I always tell you? Elon, Trump, Kanye, yay, okay? Anybody that has any coins dealing with that, or any stocks or anything like that, any of those 3 people, there's other people too, but mainly those 3 people, I'm buying it. I'm there. Now, some of those you gotta be careful with, because with the only one out of all those, unfortunately, is Trump. I would listen. I'm not a political person. I don't care. I'm just looking at it like his investments. You invest in his stuff, just be careful, okay? Because you'll be up and then you'll be down, okay? It's just the one out of the 3 that is just like, eh. And granted, it's the first time it would be like a Yeezy thing, but I don't got a bad feeling about Yeezy. But again, it's not just a feeling with the Trump situation. I mean, I've been DJT. Again, DJT is still a good play, but again, when it has its moment, just understand this conversation. Just make your money, get out of there. Elon, you can chill for a bit. Speaking of Elon, Tesla, that's a new stock that's on the list. I think it's at $300. I don't know when. I'll give it about 2 years. I see that stock going to $900, $700 at this current situation. If there's no further dilution or anything, even if it does, the pattern that it's set up in right now, that it's at the just what is a better word for that? Like precipice. I want to. It's just basically it's about to happen, right? Right where it's at. It's just right about to break out. Probably do a little retest and it's good to go. By the way, that's what the majority of your situations on the like everything looks like that. Everything looks bullish. So I don't know if you're if the news is creeping you out or China. Here's the thing: China enabled people to. They do this thing where there's like a flip switch, right? It's where they tell their people that they're allowed to invest into crypto in general, and when they're not, okay. Some people get worried, or I don't know if you've never seen it before, but they do it all the time. Like every 6 months, every 8 months, 6 months, they'll tell people you're allowed. Then they tell them you're not allowed. Then they tell them you're allowed. Then they tell them you're not allowed. Now, my own personal theory is that they're doing this just as a reason to. They're trying to give they're giving their people the best opportunity. They want them to be in, and not get cheated. I mean, because you got to understand that the same people that you're dealing with in the stock market that manipulate that space, it's the same people in the crypto space. Now, intelligence, okay? The things that you can do on the stock market, you can't do in crypto. The main thing that you watch for on the stock market, and the main thing that I'm talking about with all these plays like Wulf, the synthetic shares, the counterfeit short sales, that's what I'm talking about. Counterfeit shares. You can't do that in crypto because of the blockchain. Okay, that's why when I tell you all the time, when you hear that wording of blockchain integrated into Nasdaq technology, when you hear that, that's my dinner bell, okay? Because that's game on. And that's what I talked to you about in another video. But either way, China, what they do is these same players are still in the crypto world, okay? So they can still manipulate the price. They just can't, it's just not as nefarious. If they could do the same things that they could do the stock market, do that price of Bitcoin, you would not be at 100,000, okay? You would be, I don't even know what you would be at, but you wouldn't be anywhere close. I guarantee you that. Just disgusting what these guys are able to do in this space, man. If you really think about it. But yeah, so you're getting on all your stuff. I would go in and buy. What I did is I just bought more of everything. Fine. I still like that. Yeah, you're down at 7 cents, 6 cents, whatever. I don't care. Like I said, I see that at a different price. XRP's at a different price to me. Bitcoin is technically at a different price, but that's really the barometer. If you don't know what that means, it's basically just something that I use to keep a temperature on the whole crypto market space, okay? You play memes or you play anything. If Bitcoin's going up and Bitcoin's looking bullish, Bitcoin's looking good, 9 times out of 10, everything else is going to follow, okay? It's the same way with a SPY on the stock market, SPY. If the SPY is doing good, if the SPY is set up looking bullish, you go look for bullish scenarios. You go look for long plays, okay? Inverse, same thing. If it's looking bad, excuse me, I thought I almost sneezed. Ah, yeah, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, if you think it's looking bad, that's whew. I knew it. If you think the spy's looking bad, it's where you go play your shorts. That's where you go get your puts. Okay, spy doesn't look like that. Everything looks bullish. Everything looks good. Don't believe the hype. Is what I want to tell you. Okay, that stuff's looking fine. I might give you another video in the middle because I did say 7 days and it is 8, and I am a man of my word at this point in time. Actually, for this point in time and in the future in general. So, you have another video in the middle of this week. I feel like there's going to be something to tell you anyway. Like I said, these lull moments happen, okay? And when they're done, you better watch out, okay? Normally in the past, sometimes I wouldn't even know what's going on right now. I would have sold off something that I didn't want to sell. I would have gotten too anxious. I wouldn't have known what was coming or anything like that. I would have done all those maneuvers, which is why I'm here to tell you. This is not the time to do any of that, but I'm not your financial advisor, okay? Just telling you what I'm going to do, what I'm doing, and what I see. This is documentation of my trading journey. When Bitcoin goes back up to where its highest point it was, watch out. I'm telling you right now, this is when you watch out. Everything's signed, everything's passed, everybody is good to go. If you ask me personally, this was a moment to where everybody on the other side is like, hey, let's get in real quick for cheap. Let's get in real quick for cheap. Don't worry about it. I got you. I can make this price dip. That's what it seems like to me, okay? Just telling you like it is, right? Gave you your update. You get, stock-wise, listen, Levi, you had your, but I was dead, okay? But 18, 19, it dipped a little bit. You could probably still, it's probably still going to come down a little bit more, but I still like what I see. It's still long, but you're probably still going to get it to come down a little bit more, okay? Forward is a great time. for me. Probably gonna come down a little bit more, but like this right here, this whole moment, I'm telling you, this is the time where you get in there. When you get in on these plays, okay? Ford, Levi, Wulf, Bitcoin miner, man, Coca-Cola is a great time, but again, just be wary. Like these are the plays, man. These are the plays that I like. That I'm telling you about. Um, Circle. If you're worried about circles, $500 stock to me. Okay, just letting you, just being honest. It's time to go buy stuff. This is what I would be doing. All right. I'm so glad I feel better. All right, guys. I'm getting out of here. Appreciate you. Be easy.